So as you can see, I got this really long rifle. This is a Mosin Nagant, the M91-30. This one is a friend's gun. We're actually going to go shoot this, so I'm going to have shooting in the end of the video. So stay tuned, be patient, and watch that. So this is obviously a real rifle. This is not an airsoft gun. Now, my friend's dad bought this at a pawn shop. He got a really good deal off of it. Turns out all of the serial numbers that we can find match, so that it's a matching gun. A lot of times what would happen with these guns is the bores would be totally just shot out, or the bolt was replaced at some point, one or the other, you know, and a lot of times the stuff's not matching. Everything's matching on this gun, and not only that, the bore is in great shape. So you can take the bolt out and actually shine a flashlight, or, you know, point it in the sky and look at, you know, something white, and you can see all the rifling all the way down, and it's in great shape. Honestly, looks no much older than my AR-15, which is pretty incredible. So that might be indicative of somebody not shooting it much, or never firing corrosive ammo through it, because back in World War II and, you know, older than that, ammo that they were using was corrosive. So maybe it just wasn't, maybe this wasn't serviced in the military, it was just made but never serviced, or somebody that had this just didn't shoot it much. Maybe they were not front lines. There's no way to know, but wherever this was, it is in great shape. So the gun itself is actually it's dated 1941, so this is old. This is an old gun. As far as how well it shoots, it seems to shoot pretty decent. It's just got basic sights on here. We went and I probably shot 20 rounds through it. I think he shot about 60, maybe 80 through it total since he's had it. And we haven't really gotten to put it to the test exactly on accuracy. Me and him don't shoot like 100, 200, 300 yards. We're not competition shooters or anything like that. We just go out and have fun kind of thing. So this is a great gun just to go have fun with. So I don't even know what to say on this. Like, talk about features, I guess. It's got a metal butt plate on here, which is normal for the time. In fact, these guns were used in World War I. That's how old these things are. So not only World War II, but World War I. From what I've heard, the round barrel here, like the receiver here, this is wartime, World War II time, because they used to be a octagonal receiver here. It was kind of like square, and from what I've heard, that was, you know, maybe World War I, when they weren't pushing out as many of these guns. But when World War II came around, there was a huge demand for any gun, and so what they did is they just rounded these, which supposedly they're not as strong, but that's what they had to do to get these pumped out, because they're not machining as much material here. So it's easier to get multiple of these off in combat. And obviously, with this gun being this old, being round on here, there's obviously no danger of it exploding in any way. These things are extremely rugged. So the stock on here is actually in pretty good shape, to be honest. It doesn't have a whole lot of dings and nicks and deep scratches. I would say the finish, like the varnish or whatever they use on this wood, could use redone. But doesn't have deep scratches where it would need completely refurbished. Hope that makes sense. Personally, if this is my gun, I wouldn't refinish it. I wouldn't spend the time. It's got character to it, honestly. Like, you know. So yeah, the whole portion here is wood. What wood? I'm not sure. Maybe walnut. I know that's an American thing. Walnut was used with a lot of firearms and, you know, American firearms. So I don't know about this. If you know, let me know. I'm actually very curious about that. So all this is wood. It's got some barrel clips here, or handguard clips rather. The back sight here is very indicative of AKs, which this came before an AK, so rather the AK copied this, but you get the point. It just goes up and down. The front sight here is shielded, which is nice, so you don't hit. It's not like it's open. As far as if it's adjustable, I'm thinking it's not. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Basic sights. This one can be adjusted for elevation, but that one I don't think can be for windage. But I've seen people shoot these at like 400 yards, and they are pretty accurate. At least ones that have good condition bores. rifling, just like this one does. So it has a straight bolt. You can get curved bolts for these. In fact, somebody that I work with, he actually got a curved bolt for his. Basically a standard. These are not as quite standard. It folds over on the side. You guys know what I'm talking about. He said he didn't actually have to modify his stock for that. So I don't know. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, from what I've heard. The bolt here is pretty smooth, quite honestly. I have not shot any other bolt-action rifle, quite honestly. So I don't know in terms of other modern bolt-action rifles if this is not as smooth. I don't know, but it seems pretty smooth to me. We did lubricate it after we shot it last time, and it seems to be just a little bit more smooth than, you know, when he purchased the gun. As far as markings on the gun, it has markings right here. This is stamped. I assume this is some sort of import marking because it says, what was it, Vermont, Georgia? Georgia, Vermont. So it's got a serial number on there. It's got, again, it says M91-30, so it's got the model of the gun. Russian 7.6. These are great. Honestly, if you're looking to get one, you can get, nowadays they're kind of more expensive than they used to. You used to be able to pick these up for like 150 bucks. Back in like 2008, 2010, those times. Now, you're looking at more like $300. This one was purchased for $200, which is an incredible price for a matching gun with matching serial numbers and a bore that's in great condition. So this was a steal, honestly. But you're going to be spending over $200 generally. Alright, I got 5 of these soft point Wolf 7.62 by 54R. I got 5 of them in there.
Hit it?
Not sure, just go ahead and try again.
Alright.
Aim a little low, maybe. Oh, yeah. Over here, we have not shot it, except for twice with the Mosin. You hit it both times.
It came out the back up
Twice
here.
there.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's not it.
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they both came out through here. Here, I'll hold it while you look.
Oh, they came through the bottom.
Yeah, can you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
They both came through there.